Well, it's taken a while to get here, but we finally have got some of the memorial proof sovereigns from the Royal Mint commemorating the life of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And to boot, they are the first sovereigns with King Charles on as well. So a pretty big deal and a pretty incredible set of coins. We're going to unbox them here and see what they're all about. And of course, check that all-important quality control. Unfortunately, there is a small issue on one of the coins, but more will be shared on that as we go throughout. So let's crack on with a very cool Royal Mint unboxing. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to a Precious Metal Rambling unboxing. We've got a parcel here from the Royal Mint, as yet unopened, and I think this is one of the Memorial Sovereign coin sets. So let's crack it open and have a look, and let's see first off if the quality is there, because as you all know, I've had some interesting experiences with Royal Mint unboxings. Right, let's just do this sensibly. Take the invoice out first. Here we have the inner contents of the box. So this is something, obviously, I've been waiting for quite a while, and I've got others in this series that have yet to arrive. Royal Mint certainly are taking their time a little bit on some of these, but I get that there's a lot going on in the changing of the guard, and some of these products do take their time to come to fruition. We've got here our little barcode on the back, which is always a good indication of when something has been put together completely, not necessarily when the minted coins or the coins are minted, but at least it's starting to come out, I guess. Now this, I believe, is the 4-coin set. I think we'll find out in a second when we have a look here at this box. And the key coin in the entire collection is, of course, going to be the 5-coin, the 5 sovereign piece. So this is indeed the 4-coin set, as you can see here. There we go, 4-coin memorial gold proof set, Queen Elizabeth II Memorial Sovereign. It's kind of a cool concept here because this is the second sovereign design in a particular year, and of course it's the first sovereign design with King Charles on. Now, for those who, just sit there and say, well, Royal Mint stuff, at the moment is poor quality, isn't worth buying, the counter argument here is that unfortunately you're wrong, because sovereigns especially are one of the most sought after collected and collectible coins in the entire world, and there is no doubting that, in my mind anyway, this memorial sovereign will be sought after in the future by collectors. Now that is no guarantee at all that there's going to be profit made on these coins if you're looking to buy them or if you've already bought them, but I do think that this is something. That's good old Queenie, we do miss you. There is a lot to be said for this set, I think, going forwards into the future. So it's definitely something to think about from my perspective as an investor collector, as somebody who likes these coins and wants to collect them over a long period of time. Now, let's have a look at the actual coins themselves and the presentation, because I do hope and expect the quality to be there for these. I've seen a few out there on the on sort of international. I say international, in the wider world of social media, that have got a few issues in terms of quality control, but nothing major is striking out at the moment. So it's kind of good in that sense. Normally, if you have a set of coins that come out and there's countless people talking about mistakes and errors, then you're likely to have some of your own. So we'll see how they get on. So this set, of course, comprises of the double sovereign, the single sovereign, the half and the quarter. So 4 coins here, approximately, I can't do the maths very quickly off the top of my head. That capsule was a little bit loose, but actually still in place. But basically you've got 3.75 worth of sovereigns there, so probably just under an ounce of gold in total. So really, really nice sort of weighted size of set here. And there is the coin itself in all of its glory. This is the double. This is what this set is all about. As I said, the quintuple, the 5 sovereign piece, is the kind of key coin in the entire range, and that's going to be something to marvel at when it finally does arrive. But this particular one here, the double, is also going to be a particularly sought after coin into the future. The doubles and the quintuples tend to do the best, and then following from that, the half sovereigns usually do quite well, and that's simply because they are of a smaller size that people can afford them a little bit easier. You know, when you're having a significant amount of money put into a product like this, to find a buyer who's willing to part with, £3,000 for a quintuple sovereign, or more even in some cases, is difficult. But for a half sovereign, there's definitely margins to be made. Now, this double sovereign looks fantastic. In terms of the design, really am a fan of this. I'm a fan of any sovereign with an alternate design. There's King Charles himself. So yeah, I'm really a fan of this particular layout for the memorial sovereign. Let's just have a little wipe of the capsule and then have another close look at it. If we can get the camera to focus, it's absolutely glaring sunlight here, so I've closed the blinds today so that we can actually make out some more of the detail on this beautiful coin. There have been a few comments, and I did think it originally when I saw the images that it might look a little bit busy, a little bit too much going on. But in my opinion, I think this is actually really very good as well. There's a lot going on the piece, on the coin itself, but I am not put off by it at all. I think there's so much that you can see that continues to impress and that you can look at throughout the coin, from the shield to the lion, the unicorn, of course, all of these intricate detailing around the coin as well. It's going to look really good on the 5 sovereign piece, I have no doubt, and really looking forward to seeing that. But one thing that we must not ignore is that there are really tiny versions of this coin, and hopefully the design looks equally as good on these small ones. So let's have a look at this quarter. If we can even get the camera to focus. Let's go for a zoom in, shall we, rather than close to the camera. Up too close. And so here we have the quarter sovereign. So a quarter of a sovereign is approximately 2 grams of gold, just under. And you can see that the design is well rendered even on this particularly small coin. Even though it's a busy design, you can still see the contrasts between the sort of shinier proof areas and the sort of matte finish. Now, I do like this matte finish quite a lot, and I've said it so many times on my channel that there are opportunities often missed by the Royal Mint for not sort of frosting parts of their designs on their coins, and it's great to see that coming out here. I think it highlights and accentuates the details rather than just having something that's a glossy finish. So well done to the Royal Mint for that. There's King Charles himself. Now, I will be going over all of these in a sort of minute, detailed way. There's something on King Charles's cheek there for this particular coin. I have to see if that's on the coin or inside the capsule. It's maybe looking like it's on his cheek. So that's the first thing. It looks almost like a little bit of a copper spot. Very difficult to see. I can hardly even see it in the naked eye, to be quite frank. So we'll have to have another quick close look at that. Okay, so that's the quarter. Not really too worried about the condition of the quarter. Half sovereign here. Now, this is, of course, an important one. As I said earlier, the half sovereigns tend to do very well in the general sphere of sovereigns and collectible proof sovereigns. So that's looking pretty good on that side. Definitely no big mark on King Charles's cheek, unlike before. Looking pretty good from my perspective here. You see the problem here as well is if this mark on the quarters here puts you off and you think to yourself, oh yeah, that's ruined the whole set for me, I'm going to return it. You'd have to return the whole lot. You don't just return the one coin, which is the thing. So you might end up with a really bad double or a really bad half or a single, but then your perfect quarter. So from my perspective, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I would just send back for that. So here we have the full sovereign. Again, the design looks fantastic on this one. Really very, very pretty and very special indeed. These capsules could be better, quite frankly. They're like, they were loose. They weren't open, but they were loose. So that's definitely a bit of feedback for the Royal Mint, but it doesn't seem like the coins have been particularly damaged or affected in any way. Here's King Charles on the full sovereign. Looks pretty good. I'll be going over these with a loop after I'm done, as I would recommend to anybody out there. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. You can see there the background finish of the proof area, of the shiny area. It's got those sort of granular effects on there, which is really, really attractive. So lovely. And then we shall take one last look at the big old double, this being the quintessential piece of the set. Good news is I'm not seeing any frosting breaks, as I call them, so little shiny parts of the frosted areas of the Memorial Sovereign design here. I have seen a few people, not very many, as I said at the start of the video, you can often tell when there's a really big kind of fault rate with these coins, but on this particular one I'm not seeing anything at all, so that's really nice to see. King Charles on this side, let's have a look here. Oh, that's beautiful. And the King Charles in all of his glory. Beautiful rendition of him, I have to say. Really very nice indeed. So there we go. There is the 4-coin set. Let's have a quick look at the certificate of authenticity for all of the particulars. So we've got here the mintages, of course the proof coins here. This has a limited edition presentation of 750 sets. I'll have to have a look up of the entire mintage of the entire set because they don't have the individual coins here, but I will have to have a look. I can't remember, did they mint them to order? I think that they might have done for some of the sovereigns, the half and the single sovereign, I think, but the double sovereign I think was a limited mintage in that there were only so many in the set. So I'll have to double check that and have a look. But yeah, fantastic, really good. Quality is pretty much there. The only issue that I'm seeing is on the back of this particular coin, the quarter. This almost like, it does look like a little bit like a copper spot, like those red spots that you see sometimes on gold coins. It might just be a little scuff. It might also just be a piece of dirt or dust that somehow has got inside of the capsule. So I'll have to do a bit of further investigation on that, and of course we'll let you all know in due course how it goes. So that is the 4-coin set reviewed. I'm looking forward to seeing the other coins within the series as they come out. Hopefully we won't be waiting too much longer to see what happens with those. And of course the 5 sovereign piece. Oh, that is going to be a beauty when it finally does arrive. So that is it from me. A big thank you to you all for watching. For those that are watching to this point, my backyard bullion ramblers, you know what I'm going to say. You are cool. And a big thank you to you for watching and staying to the end. You'll have to excuse the little bit of man flu that's coming on. I have no doubt that other videos in the week will be as coughy and spluttery and sneezy as they can be. But that is the nature of international travel at the moment. We're all succumbing to viruses in conference centres like Berlin. So yeah, it was a great trip, but yeah, man flu is here, unfortunately, which sucks. But thank you one and all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.